Hi guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be discussing about the QSR space. Okay, so first thing, this is the only space that I'm very reluctant to make a video on because nothing great improvement is happening here. If you look at the entire market and if you look at the all the sectors that are there today, you'll see one common trend is, especially anything that is related to B2C, is one. Post COVID, there was a lot of how do you tell, pent up demand was there. Followed by that, due to supply chain issues, there were a lot of issues and only the premium brands were there that was able to survive. And then later again, demand started normalizing, and things are at least normal compared to, or at least better or equal to the pre-COVID levels, right? So you will see that across sectors also, except for QSR. QSR is that one such space where there was a huge pent up demand at first, right? Starting after post COVID, and then after that demand got normalized and fair inflation aa gaya, and then after that everything is going downhill, right? Like absolutely down, absolutely downhill. You can tell that is what is wrong with the sector, right? So first, what I'll do is I'll give you a generalized thing as what is happening overall, like a summary of what is happening with the industry, and then we will go into the individual companies and see what is happening. So like I told you, first thing first, कि लाइक अभी वो पेंट अप डिमांड का सीजन गया, राइट? नॉर्मलाइज डिमांड से अभी डिमांड इज सो वीक एक्चुअली, राइट? देयर इज नो कंज्यूमर डिमांड एट ऑल फॉर द एंटायर स्पेस. यू टेक एनी कॉन कॉल, अगर आप देवयानी का देखो, सफायर का देखो, जुबिलेंट, रेस्टोरेंट ब्रांड एशियाज, एनी वन, द कॉमन नैरेटिव अमॉन्ग एवरीबडी इज कि लाइक अरे डिमांड वीक हो चुका है, कंज्यूमर डिमांड इज वीक, ऑल टाइम लो, ऑल दीज आर द थिंग्स you will see, right? How every management keeps talking about this. So one, कि like इनका जो environment में headwinds है, ठीक है, that is the number one thing, ठीक है. The second thing is after COVID what we saw, the high inflation rate. पहला आया inflation rate in terms of tomatoes and vegetables, followed by your dairy and cheese items. Now you're seeing even a part of that inflation, high inflation rate in terms of raw materials, you can still see, especially in terms of the dairy and cheese categories. That is where you're seeing the inflation is still there and it is not reduced over here, ठीक है. Followed by that, we are seeing like there is an aggressive competition. See, earlier when you talk about any QSR, it had a moat. The moat was what? You're gonna get quick, you're gonna get quick tasty meals at a very low and affordable prices, right? अगर आप Domino's में पहले जाते थे, so you would get a really good pizza at 100 200 INR. You get their value pizzas, right? And you would also get it under 30 minutes, right? That was that is what they operated with. But now with the since we have a lot of food delivery platforms such as Swiggy and Zomato, because of this, what has happened is, you are able to get a lot of accessibility. You can sit at the comfort of your home. If you want to eat Thai pizza, you can order like Thai. You can order not Thai pizza, yeah, but you can order Thai. You can order Japanese, anything, just sitting at the comfort of your home, right? So the options are immense. Also, you're gonna get similarly like a lot of pizza or burger option also at a very affordable rate compared to these QSRs, right? One such good example is, I think, in pizza space. If you see, like you will go to Zomato and you will find hundreds of pizza chains, not just Domino's and Pizza Hut anymore. Like earlier in paints industry, how we had a duopoly between Asian and Berger paints. Like here also in QSR, when it comes to pizza, there was a duopoly between Domino's and Pizza Hut. Now that no longer exists, right? Because you open Zomato, like I told you, you're gonna get hundreds of options. Avan Story hai, Mojo Pizza hai. I mean, if you stay in a good area, then you will also find something like a sourdough pizza, and that too being at a affordable rate. So when you've got so many options, it is killing these people here. Like it is, there is this aggressive competition from both local players as well as good, एक organized food chain होता है, like for example Mojo Pizza and Avan Story, right? So this aggressive competition से moat destroy हो गया इनका. The second thing is entry barrier, which used to be high earlier, that is also not there anymore because of the food delivery platform. Headwinds आ गया है, immense headwinds in terms demand ही नहीं है इस entire sector में, and inflations के वजह से क्या हो रहा है कि like एकदम आपका raw material का price high है, right? So people are not, and because of very low demand, people are not willing to buy your high range pizzas that is there, जिसके वजह से आपका margin बढ़ता है. People are preferring to low value, low range pizzas. पर low value या low range pizza, like for example Domino's को जो pizza mania होता है, इनसे margins नहीं बढ़ता, right? So all of these combined, this is exactly what is happening in the entire space, whether it is pizza, KFC, burger, etc. So this is the entire problem in the QSR space. Now in terms of, if you have to divide the category, right, आपका 3 category है in terms of QSR right now, at least in the listed space स्पेस अगर आप बोलते हो, 3 मेन कैटेगरी है। एक होते हैं फ्राइड चिकन कैटेगरी, एक होता है बर्गर, दूसरा होता है बर्गर का कैटेगरी, और तीसरा जो होता है वो है आपका पिज़्ज़ा का कैटेगरी। फ्राइड चिकन का बात करो तो KFC और पॉपाइज आता है यहाँ पे। इवन मैकडोनल्ड्स ऑल्सो टू सर्टेन एक्सटेंट इन द सेंस कि लाइक उन्होंने भी चिकन टेंडर्स का भी इंट्रोड्यूस किया है, राइट। बर्गर्स का बात करें, इट इज़ मैकडोनल्ड्स एंड बर्गर किंग, एंड पिज़्ज़ा का बात करो तो डोमिनोज और पिज़्ज़ा हट आता है इस कैटेगरी में। सो इन ऑर्डर ऑफ लीस्ट इम्पैक्टेड टू मोस्ट इम्पैक्टेड अगर आप देखते हो, इट इज़ फ्राइड चिकन कैटेगरी, बर्गर मिडिल में आते हैं, एंड द वर्स्ट इम्पैक्टेड कैटेगरी इज पिज़्ज़ा हट। इट इज़ लिटरली द वर्स्ट, लाइक आई टोल्ड यू। इनफैक्ट हालत इतना बुरा है कि लाइक पिज़्ज़ा हट और डोमिनोज का, द देवयानी और सफायर विच हैज़ पिज़्ज़ा हट इन their portfolio, right? Like they are the one who set up the stores and do the entire work for Pizza Hut. The rate at which they are opening the stores for Pizza Hut has also come down. ठीक है, so I'll just give you a short gist in terms of like SSG, उनका same store sales growth जो है, अगर आप देखते हो you will understand why chicken category is better than burger category followed by pizza is the worst. अगर आप देखते हो chicken category, right, if I have to tell KFC का, KFC अगर आप देवयानी का KFC है, उनका SSG ईयर ऑन ईयर अगर आप देखते हो इस साल -4.7% है, ठीक है। और सफायर का जो SSG है, या सफायर, 1 सेकेंड, लेट मी गेट द नंबर्स, वेयर इज सफायर का नंबर, या सफायर का KFC का नंबर है -2% SSG। आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट बोथ देवयानी एंड सफायर। देवयानी का -4.7 वर्सेस सफायर का KFC का -2%, ठीक है। अगर आप पिज़्ज़ा हट का SSG देखते हो, पिज़्ज़ा हट का सफायर का -19 है, आई एम नॉट इवन किडिंग, -19 SSG। दिस SSG यूज्ड टू बी 20% एट टाइम्स वंस अपॉन अ टाइम, एंड नाउ इट इज़ -19%। एंड देवयानी का जो पिज़्ज़ा हट है दैट इज़ -12.6। सो नाउ यू अंडरस्टैंड व्हाई इट इज़ लाइक दिस ह्यूज गैप इज देयर। अगर आप रेस्टोरेंट ब्रांड्स एशिया का देखते हो, विच इज़ बर्गर किंग जो बनाता है, उसका SSG है 2%, विच इज़ इन बिटवीन। एंड लास्ट वन अगर आप देखते हो वेस्ट लाइफ का SSG इज -9%, विच इज़ मैकडोनल्ड। सो यू विल सी कि लाइक पिज़्ज़ा हट, सॉरी, KFC's fried chicken category is way better compared to burger, compared to pizza category, right? So the condition is like this overall. That is another thing. And और एक चीज़ है कि like पिज़्ज़ा हट का, सॉरी, नॉट जस्ट पिज़्ज़ा हट एंड डोमिनोज बोथ कंबाइंड, पिज़्ज़ा का कैटेगरी इतना बुरा क्यों है? बिकॉज ऑल ऑफ दिस पीपल जो है पिज़्ज़ा हट एंड डोमिनोज, दे हैव टू क्रिएट एन ओमनी चैनल, राइट। उनको एक डाइनिंग का स्टोर भी बिठाना पड़ेगा, डिलीवरी में भी वर्क करना पड़ेगा, राइट, ऑल ऑफ इट। बट वेयर इज राइट नाउ जोमेटो में जाओगे, you will find cloud kitchens. These people, it has become so easy for them, not just in terms of delivering their food, but also in terms of investment. They can just, it's not necessary you need to have a dine-in for them. They'll have a cloud kitchen somewhere, and they will start making their sales. I think a good example of that is probably Pizza Bakery. If you're in Bangalore, you will see that they make this traditional sourdough pizzas, and they've got cloud kitchens everywhere, and the rate is quite, almost, if you talk about the medium size and large size pizzas of Domino's, it is equally comparable, the rate, and you're getting a better quality. So that is why you're seeing the entire Pizza Hut का Pizza Hut and Domino's का इतना बुरा हालत है, राइट। अगर मैं बात करूँ इन टर्म्स ऑफ स्टोर एक्सपेंशन, राइट, अगर आप बात करते हो उसके बारे में भी, देवयानी ने पिज़्ज़ा हट का स्टोर्स में अगर आप देखते हो, देवयानी का पिज़्ज़ा हट का स्टोर्स, इफ यू लुक, देव एडेड 8 stores. Sorry, Sapphire has added 8 stores, and Devyani का जो है, Devyani has added around, let me get the 30 Pizza Hut stores, okay, which is quite bad, because Devyani used to add around a lot more compared to this, and they've clearly mentioned कि like हम लोग अभी थोड़ा सतर्क रह रहे हैं, and we're going to get the rate down, the rate at which we were growing Pizza Hut का stores. Sapphire, like I told you, it opened 8 stores. Earlier they were opening Pizza Hut का 25 stores. I'm talking about last Q3. So here also you will see कि like it is a clear indication, right? अगर आपका demand अच्छा है, then why would you not open more stores? The fact that you're curtailing your store opening is the reason. And when this issue started, I still remember, I think starting of the year, or like way before the starting of the year, when this issue started with the entire QSR space, they were a bit hopeful कि like अरे inflation है, it is a part and parcel of the game, it will get better, demand will get better, and they saw that for like 1 year that things didn't change, and now they're like, you know what, it's finally time to put a stop over here. So that is the entire thing that is happening. So अगर आप देखते हो in terms like कोई भी अगर QSR देखते हो, whether it is Devyani, Sapphire, Jubilant, Restaurant Brand Asia, Westlife Food, nothing is happening over here. Like everybody's got very low single digit का growth, right? I don't even want to talk about top line क्योंकि सबका top line is at very low single digit except for Burger King, Restaurant Brand Asia का 14.8% है. In terms of PAT also, either everybody's degrowing the PAT, right? The PAT is coming down, either whooping by 50%, 40%, ऐसा PAT गिर रहा है year on year basis, वरना एक loss making company है. Out of all the thing, अगर आप देवयानी और सफायर का मैं जैसे मैं बात करी हूँ, डिमांड ही नहीं है. KFC और पिज़्ज़ा हट का that is out of the space. जुबिलेंट का जो डोमिनोज का है, SSG is hardly 2%, right? And इसमें भी SSG was better because इस टाइम अक्टूबर नवंबर दिसंबर में, अक्टूबर में वर्ल्ड कप था, बिकॉज ऑफ दैट थोड़ा सेल्स बढ़ा उनका. आफ्टर दैट इफ यू लुक नवंबर एंड दिसंबर अगेन द सेल्स वे म्यूटेड. सो इतना लार्ज कैप कंपनी है और हार्डली 4-5% से ग्रो करता अपना रेवेन्यू, बिकम्स अनइंटरेस्टिंग. वेस्ट लाइफ है, इट वॉज अ गुड कंटेंडर, गुड 15% का ग्रोथ इंजन था. बट हैविंग सेड दैट, यहाँ पे क्या हुआ, उनका जो साउथ में थोड़ा फ्लड्स हुआ, राइट? एंड सर्टन स्टोर्स वे गोइंग थ्रू सम like how do you put this, renovations and everything. So as a result, the SSG has been at -9%. So because of this flood in the southern and western market, I think 305 stores had an impact of around 10 to 15%, right? They saw a decline in sales, right? So यहाँ पे था, but even they are also telling कि like Q3 was a very soft compared to any other any other year quarters we've seen. Also inflationary pressure hai, consumer is not spending such other things, and followed by external flood. Now the only option remains here is Restaurant Brand Asia, like I told you, which has been growing at 14.5%. But the fact it is a loss-making company, now it makes it a very unattractive proposition even right now. Okay, like, and you also, although see the losses are it's becoming lesser and lesser. You have no clue ki, like kabhi another, because with this weak consumer demand combined with it, you have no clue ki, like when this losses can turn into profit. So that is there. Another thing I do not like in Restaurant Brand Asia is the revision of guidance. I always keep telling you, for an investor, when a company revises guidance, it is not a good thing. So earlier they were giving a guidance to that their SSG will be in the range of 6%, and now the SSG is falling to 3%. They're telling you like we are revising the guidance from 6% to 3%. So again, even in उनका भी दो businesses है. एक इंडिया में business है where they're doing Burger King, इंडोनेशिया का business है जो है उनका Popeyes, ठीक है. So Indian business में, like I told you, hardly 2.6% का SSG है, which is led by volume growth का है, and यहाँ पे भी उतना कुछ consumer demand नहीं है. In Indonesia business, what had happened was in this quarter, in the dine-in, they lost around 30 to 40% ka sale, because a lot of demand ka headwind is coming here because of Israel-Hamas war. Because Indonesia is a pro-Muslim country, and Restaurant Brand Asia ka jo brand say, it is an American brand, and America supports Israel. So as a result, you might have seen all this wave ki, like ban American brands or ban any brands that support Israel. So as a result of this, it is a phenomena overall in a lot of countries, even in Indonesia, that all of the brands that are either US based brands, these are facing a lot of backlash in these kind of countries, right? So because of that, they've lost a lot of sales, and revenue wasn't that great with Popeyes, although they do see a good environment over there. Because of this condition, Indonesia business didn't do very well. So that's the entire wrap up on the QSR sector. Like I told you, like Devyani ho gaya, Sapphire ho gaya, सबका अगर like single digit low revenue growth है, right? Like मतलब उतना कुछ नहीं हो रहा है. सफायर का मैं बात करूँ तो टॉप लाइन has grown by 11.5 and PAT has been down by 70% year on year का मैं बात कर रही हूँ. अगर मैं देवयानी का बात करूँ, is also in the similar rate, right? देवयानी hardly grew sales by 6.7, but the profit before tax अगर आप देखते हो is down by around 85%. जुबिलेंट का केस भी वही है, right? जुबिलेंट तो अभी सिर्फ अपना स्टोर रेनोवेशन कर रहे हैं. they're like हाँ, we are renovating a lot of stores, जो existing stores उसको renovate करके their focus is there, right? There also hardly revenue is up by 3%, and PAT जो है is down by whooping again 20% का ratio, right? Westlife का भी problem वही है, right? So nothing, revenue is flat year on year, and PAT is there, which is down 50% on a year on year basis. So all the four companies, Devyani, Sapphire, Westlife Food and Jubilant, these goes out because of very low SSG, demand का headwind है, and demand का headwind, and revenue single digit, and PAT is either down by 40 to 20%, in that range, right? versus let's say if you go the only player in this category that has a chance of survival, that at least I would say there is a hope with one business, I would say, in the entire QSR space is Restaurant Brand Asia. But again, here also, since it is a loss making company, and the fact that now the guidance for SSG has been revised from 6 to 3%, again it makes it very unattractive here. At least at this valuations, it makes it very unattractive. And all of these companies, now another reason is all of them are giving you a single digit का growth engine, and on top of that, yeah, इनका PE तो inflate होके बैठा है because EPS का growth नहीं है यहाँ पे, right? Even that is another issue over here. अगर कल growth भी आता है, hopefully they have to do something more than 20% and above, for it to sustain. And one thing you will see over the range of all these companies, the growth, जो single digit का growth आ रहा है ना, that is also coming only because थोड़ा तो at least store expansion कर रहा है. If that store expansion curtails, right, like for example, Devyani has acquired this Thailand ka KFC. Even Sapphire, they do the good expansion in terms of KFC and everything. So from there, you're getting this growth. कल जाके store expansion भी नहीं करता है, then again the growth will come probably, the revenue, the top line can degrow because existing stores में तो कुछ नहीं हो रहा है, right? So that is a problem with the entire QSR space. So yeah, that's that. And again, like I told you, like this is that one sector I believe, it is facing a lot of problems, and it will be interesting to see, how the companies manage to navigate, or will they be able to manage, will they be able to navigate or not in the coming quarters. And that's that about QSR. See you tomorrow. Bye.